subscribe, click the bell, and turn on all notifications. The one-stop destination for all WWE and AEW. Sean's View Entertainment.
Viewers, fans, and subscribers, we are here with the latest update, the latest upload to give you the rumors, the gossip, the speculation, the hearsay, the breaking news. We're going to uncover it and unveil it all for you right here on this very episode. Please be sure to comment, like, and become a channel member today, or not only become a channel member, but donate with a super thanks donation. WWE, we got breaking news on Raw, breaking news on the future of Seth freaking Rollins. Is he really going to have to retire after the half dozen tsunamis by Bronson Reed? And what is going to happen to Bronson Reed following that hellacious assault, that heinousness that we saw last night on Sci-Fi on Raw? Now, we do got some breaking news on Raw before we get into the Seth Rollins thing. According to those in the know, the August 5th episode of Monday Night Raw, with the Olympics as competition, drew 1.73 million viewers, an increase from the previous week's audience of 1.41 million viewers. The rating is in the key 18 to 49 demographic, garnered a 0.62 rating, which is an increase from last week's 0.59 rating. This week's episode of Raw featured the Finn Balor introducing the new version of the Judgment Day, CM Punk and Drew McIntyre continuing their feud, and more memorable moments like Seth Rollins getting injured, and has that sent Rollins into the retirement home a lot sooner than anticipated. Now, we all heard about the rumors and speculation of the impending retirement of Becky Lynch. A lot of rumors, a lot of speculation. Again, a lot of unconfirmed reports. Now you're talking about Seth freaking Rollins. And we're going to get into that massive report in a little bit. However, breaking news on this whole Vince McMahon vendetta, this drama that we've been following for the last 7 months. A judge has denied Vince McMahon's motion to block Janelle Grant's petition for peak wellness records. Now, that could weigh heavy on this entire case, and I want your thoughts, your comments, your opinions. Is Vince McMahon innocent, or is he guilty at the end of the day? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. According to WrestleNomics, Judge Jeffrey Mayer has ruled against Vince McMahon's motion to enforce a federal court order in Janelle Grant's case. As noted earlier, Grant has filed a petition in Connecticut State seeking medical records from Dr. Carlin Colger and his clinic, Peak Wellness. Colger and his clinic are not defendants in Grant's federal lawsuit, which involves McMahon, WWE, and John Laurinaitis filed in January. Order denying motion to enforce court's stay order. Janelle Grant's state filing alleged that Vince McMahon directed her to seek treatment at Peak Wellness, a clinic in Greenwich, Connecticut. She claims that she was administered pills and IV infusion at the clinic, but Dr. Carlson Colger, who runs Peak Wellness, refused to disclose the details of these treatments. Grant also asserts that the medical records she has received are inconsistent and inaccurate. Nevertheless, we'll have to wait and see how the case progresses now that the McMahon's motion has been denied. What are the chances of Vince McMahon coming out? Also, breaking news, guys, on NXT in the next couple of months, and I think in October, we are going to see Randy Orton and CM Punk appearing on NXT. Yes, you heard right. CM Punk and Randy Orton appearing on NXT when NXT moves over to the CW, which is monumental and is absolutely huge. Also, we got breaking news as Tony Khan says, and AEW's future is very bright after a Paris trip amid Warner Brothers Discovery talks. And on top of that, Bryan Danielson sets the record straight on potential return to the WWE. Do you want to see Bryan Danielson, Daniel Bryan, whatever you want to go by, return to World Wrestling Entertainment? Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. WWE is discussing former TNA Wrestling Champion for an NXT crossover. Yes, you heard that right. WWE discussing a former TNA Wrestling Champion for NXT crossover. Breaking news on former United States Champion Logan Paul and The Undertaker. Listen to this one, guys. The Undertaker says Logan Paul made WWE US title mean something and that is coming from The Undertaker. That is coming from the conscience of the WWE. That is coming from the dead man. Do you agree with The Undertaker, or is this one of those rare times that you're going to disagree with The Undertaker? Also, the reason behind Britt Baker being suspended over MJF after a backstage confrontation. Who's really in the wrong? Who deserved, or should they have both been suspended if you know the story? Britt Baker's status for the 8-7 AEW Dynamite amidst her suspension, viewers, fans, and subscribers. PW Insider reports that the suspension was mentioned on AEW Dynamite last week to add more heat to the Mercedes Moné storyline leading up to All in London. It was further noted that Baker is expected to return to television tomorrow. Listen to this one, guys. Breaking news. AEW files a motion to dismiss the $250 million lawsuit. The $250 lawsuit, plagiarism. Your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions, guys. That is absolutely major. Also, breaking news on Bobby Lashley and his future. Bobby Lashley hints at a major comeback amidst looming WWE contract expiration. Again, your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. Also, Bryan Danielson is addressing the change in views on Vince McMahon after the trafficking lawsuit. Again, you can have what you want to say what you want to do, but the fact of the matter is you are also innocent until proven guilty. And we are also receiving word right now with CM Punk set for WWE NXT CW in Chicago, and Randy Orton confirms appearance for the 10-8 WWE NXT on CW Network. That's huge, and that is major. However, with NXT going on the road for the first two shows, I don't think that's going to be a permanent thing, but it's a tryout. Liv Morgan inks a new deal with a Paradigm Talent Agency. Now, what does that weigh heavy on her WWE future and her career? We're going to have to wait and see. Breaking news on Shane McMahon and Tony Khan. Tony Khan says that Shane McMahon is very smart about wrestling after a recent meeting. Well, of course, Shane McMahon would be very, very smart about that because Shane McMahon actually knows what the hell he is doing. He's been in the business. He knows the history. He knows what he has to do to get the job done. And, ladies and gentlemen, Joe Hendry hopes for a guitar off with The Rock. Now, Bryan Danielson is open to working with Shane McMahon and AEW. Would you want to see that happen? Now, it wouldn't be the first time that Shane and Bryan have worked together as they've worked before together in WWE. Ludwig Kaiser believes that the split from Giovanni Vinci was sorely needed. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. Only time will tell. Now, Seth Rollins, the internet has been going wild. The internet has been booming. It has been going like it's like a bunch of hotcakes going off. Like they say, you know, the Austin 316 t-shirts used to sell like hotcakes. Well, this story is selling like hotcakes. Ever since Rollins was dominated and destroyed and decimated after splash after splash after splash after splash after splash from Bronson Reed last night on Raw. The internet has been going wild about Seth Rollins' future. We all know that Becky Lynch is pretty much gone and retired for now. Plans can change. We all know many wrestlers have come back from retirement, have come back from quitting, have come back after being released. Now again, the internet is going wild about Seth Rollins and his WWE future. Is this the end of Seth Rollins? Has this injury forced Seth Rollins into early retirement? Again, it is rumor and hearsay, but I want your thoughts, your comments. Is Seth Rollins going to retire? As you know, Seth Rollins suffered not one, not two, but he suffered traumatic injuries. Not only an injury, but traumatic injuries last night on Raw. Your thoughts, your comments, and your feedback. Guys, this is obviously a very trying time. This is not what Seth Rollins wanted. This is not what he expected. But who was behind the assault? Was CM Punk behind it? Was Drew McIntyre behind it? Was both CM Punk and Drew McIntyre behind it? Or was it just Bronson Reed doing business for himself? Was it Bronson Reed trying to be recognized and realized? Was this all Bronson Reed's fault? Now, if Bronson Reed has certainly ended the career of Seth Rollins, can you imagine what that would do for Bronson Reed? But now, the question is, not only is it weighing heavy on Seth Rollins, is he retiring, is he gone, or is he going on a long sabbatical after suffering multiple injuries? It begs the question, what's going to happen with Bronson Reed? What is going to be the backlash to Bronson Reed for doing what he did to Seth freaking Rollins? Again, you guys, your thoughts, your comments, and your opinions. And do you think Seth Rollins' days are numbered? Is he truly going to retire? Or is this part of the angle? Is this part of the storyline? Is this part of the delivery? Ladies and gentlemen, this is the place to be. Subscribe, click the bell, turn on all notifications. Sean's Viewing Team will always tell you the way it is and the way it's meant to be. Subscribe and share this video all over the entire internet so you don't forget who the brash and brazen is. Later.